Ah, the Vermintide, we're gonna grab books. I like
Vermintide.
books.
Go get some books. Yeah, books are good. Books can definitely be good. Why'd you set me on fire?
Because it'll make you stronger.
Oh, okay. I bet you learned that from a book, didn't you?
I did.
Alright. Convocation of Decay, you said?
Sure.
That's the one that it says 3 tomes. I guess they all have 3 tomes, don't they?
3 tomes, 2 grimoires.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got. I think I left it open for other people to join. We'll see what happens. And I'm going with an axe for the first time with him. I don't think I've used axes for him at any point. I think it was always just the greatsword and the big hammers for his final career.
Yeah. Highly recommend using the heavy swing against elites, by the way. It's good against them.
The axes?
Yeah, the heavy swings.
Okay. I have a smaller axe, not the big great axe or whatever.
Yeah, the smaller axe.
Okay. Alright. So now, are these tomes in like weird little secret, like you have to, I don't know, find like weird little hidden paths to get them?
Sometimes, some not.
Hmm.
The one we're actually coming up on pretty quickly, the first one, right here in this room, the dorm room.
Give me your tomes, fuckers.
No, my books!
They don't know how to read. They're dumbasses.
Okay, it's on top of one of these bunk beds.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Now, if I can remember which bunk bed, that would be very helpful.
Is this the only room with bunk beds?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see anything that looks like a tome. I think there's a really good chance that you're just a liar.
There is a very good chance I'm a liar, except not here.
Yeah. Not in this particular situation.
I saw a ninja there.
I heard one.
Got him.
Alright.
Okay. Up here?
Yeah, I looked up there. Couldn't see anything.
Give me just a moment.
From
I
what
need to raise the game's audio. It's on
Alright.
low.
Though her methods are...
Kinder? Compassionate? Empathetic?
I was going to say less effective. Look around you. We are surrounded
There we
by
go.
proof.
Okay, where is that book? It's somewhere. We're gonna chop into pieces, Cooper. We got you.
By the time I got here, they were already dead. Oh, one left.
Yeah, we left that one for you.
Yeah, that's good. Consider it.
Yeah, we're nice guys, we are.
I do really wish... yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just a little comment.
Oh, I was basically just going to remark that I really do wish that you'd get experience for killing the random nobodies, the hordes, because I love doing that so much, but once you told me that you don't really get anything for it, it feels like, not really a waste, because it's still fun, but it just feels like, I don't know, you should get rewarded for it. I mean, it's part of what you got to do.
Yeah, I think they don't want players to get so much on it that they don't finish levels, and anyone who does want to finish the level just has to sit on their ass or quit the game because everyone else has found it. It was
Okay,
right
where
here
was
under this pillow.
Under a pillow?
Yeah, up on top of this one. Either
I
under
was
or
just
next to
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, alright then.
Now we can proceed.
Alright. Yeah, I don't
I
like
was
that.
you attacking something.
Yeah, I was just taking a random swing. I don't like how quiet I've had to make the game. I really need to go back and look at my settings, I guess, because, yeah, now the game seems too quiet.
Yeah, I don't know if like Bandicam has like OBS where you can like artificially set the OBS to record things at a lower volume than what they're actually playing.
I'm guessing probably not. I'll have to look in.
It's worth a Google search. It'd be a pretty weird feature for them to miss out on.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're right. And I guess I could always, in situations like this, I could always probably get OBS as well. I mean, if Bandicam does come up in a situation where it's just not pulling its weight, it's never really failed me before, though. Well, I can't say that. I've had issues with it from time to time, but I don't know. Oh, this particular issue seems weird. I shouldn't have to have the game, like I don't know. My audio level is 5, I think. And I think it goes to, like, 50 or something like that, maybe 100. So I can still hear what's going on, but, yeah, I don't know. It's very audibly quieter. And I shouldn't have to make the game much quieter to be able to hear myself louder on the recording.
Yeah, I think OBS is probably what's the result? What's the name?
Resort?
Last resort, yeah, because I know you hated the amount of customization it had.
Customization's fine. I just don't like overcomplication. I remember there just being lots and lots of options. Like, I don't, can I just record? Can I just record the damn thing and shut up?
Oh, that's customization.
It is, but if all you want to do is just simply record, like I just, all I need is just to set the, set the size, set, my screen size or whatever, the size of the file, and that's usually about it. I don't really need a whole lot else. So, like, what else does OBS do, OBS, other than, like, this potential missing feature that I'm not having right now?
Yeah, a bunch of things that I don't fuck with.
There you go. Earlier, I was playing a match just before you joined in. I actually was just in the process of getting near the end of one when you showed up. That's why it took a little while for me to pop into the lobby. It was a match with some other people, and I think it was I think it was Saltspire and Sienna. Saltspire was nagging Sienna like, oh, that we will need that potion, or that you should not waste that, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And she said something like, well, it's too late now.
Take that, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, very, 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 very sassy. Like, oh well.
Okay, the beam staff's actually super good now that you know how to use. Now that I know how to use it.
Oh, I hadn't even thought to ask you about it. Yeah. Have you been getting? Have you been using it a lot specifically for the sharpshooter shots, even against these little nobodies?
Yeah. There's no reason to use the beam unless you're just going for, because the sharpshooter shots are so fucking good.
They seemed like they would be. When I tried it on the dummy, they went from like damage of like, I don't know, 12 to like 75 or something like that. So definitely a lot of damage, but I found it a little bit kind of sticky. Like it takes us, for me at least, against the dummy, it took a second to kind of hone in. I don't know. Like if you're a quick draw with it, I think it could be effective, but I guess I was not.
Yeah. I've been just as soon as the beam comes out, hitting the beam burst button, and it's been working very well for me.
So have you not really taken the time to aim? You're just kind of like firing in the general direction, and it's doing its job.
Oh, I'm aiming, but I'm aiming before I even put the beam down.
Yeah, I was doing the same. Well, I guess I'd have to use it again. I was very tired, and I only played with it for, I don't know, a minute, and it was not against a live target, so I guess I'd have to see it in action.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely did damage though, and again, that makes it a lot more useful than the relatively impotent beam that on its own without doing the sharpshooter stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember if there's a book in this one. I don't think so.
Well, we did this so I could get books, so I could get experience points. So if you forgot, then this is some bullshit. Especially since you said that you know this one better than the first level. That's why I chose this one specifically.
Yeah, there's several spots where I know books for sure. There's 2 other spots up ahead in the level that I know for certain have books. But maybe I'm
better.
losing it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a late time to say you're losing it now that we've already committed. You fuck.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a way to sabotage your character.
Okay. Oh, I got it itch.
Oh.
Ah!
Ah, you're right.
I'm scratching myself. Bitch.
Interesting that he had a line specifically saying down.
Yeah.
So they even got like level specific, like he knew that there was a down. That's really interesting.
Yeah, the weird thing is when Barden, I don't know why, but Barden sometimes just says, Oh, I know one of the book spots here. But,
Okay, good.
well, it's actually down the elevator, but these doors.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
I guess I could see how that would be, yeah. I just thought he was saying, you know, like because we were right there by some downward facing, whatever how you'd say it, downward stairs. And I thought, wow, yeah, it's kind of amazing that they actually programmed it where he would have that kind of detail. He would have the knowledge of that particular, you know, that path option.
I've heard him say a lot of times, these stairs go up.
That is so specific. That's really cool.
Oh! Did you
I
see
saw
for a
that.
second?
I did. Just kind of popped down.
Darwin, don't leave me! Okay, so we have to put in the wrong symbol.
We have to put in the wrong symbol? Oh, to get the book.
Yeah. So it's the Metroid, so we're going to want to hit one of the other 2 bricks.
That thing really did look like a Metroid.
Which switch is it? Surely one of them must work.
Okay, so that should open this door
Oh.
and spawn a horde. Oh, hang on, hang on, sorry.
I got you covered, that's alright.
No causes. Let none survive unseen.
Kill that globin here! Fall back! I smite your soul! That gas rat's about to throw! Globin down!
Alright, can't retreat.
Cat
Sorry
acquired.
about that, but,
That's alright. When you said that that would summon a horde, I could tell you were distracted because I heard the door open, and it sounded like you said summon a whore. And I thought it would have been very funny to hear your mom have a reaction to that.
So yeah, what we got back here is that apparently there's been a ring of smugglers operating in the sewers. A little bit of fun extra area design. I like it.
That is
and then
cool.
they have a
See,
secret brick in that bookshelf. You push it, and that'll open another door further down this hall.
Oh, okay. Tricky.
Yeah. And right here, it's been opened, and here at the end of the hall, actually there's nothing, but there's a hole in the
This
wall.
right here, yeah.
There is a grimoire. You pick that up,
Right.
that's going to lower everybody's maximum health, but we get big rewards for carrying it at the end.
Cold to the touch.
Pretty cool.
Here they
Barton says it's cold to the touch like ice.
That's weird. I would not have expected that. I guess it's
By-
a magic book.
By the way, one of the properties you can get on a weapon or a necklace or something, I think it's the necklace, is curse resistance, which will lower the amount that it affects your max health.
Oh, that's what that is. I've been seeing that a lot, and I kept on meaning to ask.
And also, notably, the warrior priest salt spire doesn't take curse at all.
I saw that. That was actually one of the reasons why I wanted to ask about it. Because I kept on thinking, what the hell is a curse in this game? I don't remember being cursed. But that makes sense. It seems like a rare thing, though. The curse effect, the curse concept.
Excuse me. In Chaos Wastes, yeah, it's pretty rare. Their bosses have a chance to cause curse, and there's a Nurgle curse that can cause curse, but other than that, it's very rare in Chaos Wastes. Curse resistance matters a lot more for adventure if you're going to be playing in a lot of teams that want to gather grimoires.
I see.
Which grimoires do add a lot of XP and increase the quality of chests, so...
Okay. Open.
Yep, I got her. Ow.
Doors open, darling.
Brat.
Let's go.
Those are the ones that get you the most. Or at least the ones that cause you to say something the most.
Yeah.
For me, it's still always, I don't know why, it's more than anything. The ones that are just kind of like, oh, you fucker. It's those stupid armored rats, the shield rats.
Yeah, you don't use weapons that are built to go against them. That's not your playstyle.
Yeah, I suppose it's true.
Yep. Oh, got him. Good work.
Ooh,
Grab that potion.
loot die, nice.
Woo!
Gonna get a better chest at the end.
Alright. I have been scrapping most of my stuff, so I've got between about, roughly I'd say about 275 opportunities to reroll my properties on various items, so that's cool, since that's what I was doing the most. Don't have to do a whole lot of item creating.
Yeah. I need to get into playing Champion on my own time. I gave Legend another try, and again, I thought it was pretty manageable, but then we ran into a Chaos Spawn and it annihilated us, and I'm thinking, I should probably get a bit more practice on Champion before I bump up to Legend this time.
Yeah, you didn't spend much time on Champion before trying that, so I think you probably need a little bit more pacing practice.
Yeah, I'd heard that once you get the 300 item power that you're ready for Legend, but I hadn't,
Really?
I wasn't thinking about the fact that I, of course, hadn't actually put any time on Champion. I got the 300 power from just playing Veteran over and over.
Yeah, same here. That's kind of an assumptive thing to tell people then. Or you know, not necessarily to tell people, whoever it is that's spreading that kind of strategy, that doesn't really account for the fact that, yeah, like us, we could just kind of be not really spamming, but taking kind of like the long way, the sort of indirect way of getting up to 300.
Yeah, I think it was more so an advisory for people who were entirely new and hadn't already, you know, been playing around on Veteran a bunch and XP that way.
Yeah. The last couple times we played this map, the boss seemed to be right in this area. Interesting
Yeah?
this time case.
Oh, there he is.
Ah!
Bloody hell, sound like a rat ogre.
Okay,
Shit. I can't get back up there. Okay, huh. I guess I found the right way.
oh boy. No, you fell the wrong way. You need to go around, I think.
Oh.
Yes! A real challenge!
There we go. Whew. Got very lucky there with it. Barden and Gruber were just standing in there blocking him a bunch, so I could just. Oh, what's Gruber doing?
What is he doing? Where? Oh.
Okay, there we go. He's done.
He had to shit in the sewer. Might as
Hang
well.
up, mates. I've been holding this one for an hour now. It ain't sitting here any longer.
Yeah.
That rat ogre nearly scared it out of me, and I'm not holding on to it no longer.
That's probably exactly what happened.
Down it is.
It's an appropriate place to go, I guess.
It is, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go, you know, if you gotta go run through the sewer anyway, you might as well.
Okay, I think we're going to miss one book, because my count is, there's 2 books ahead of us that I definitely know the placements of. But there should be, of course, 5 books, and we've got 2, and I only know the placement of
There's 5? You mean, are you talking about the grimoire plus the?
2. Yeah, three tomes and 2 grimoires.
Gotcha. That's all right. Whatever I believe that whatever we get will probably just, you know, finishing the mission on its own will probably have got me close to 30. I'm guessing. So any of the books we get will probably just. I would think that one would be over.
Ow. Okay. Boom. Yeah, this thing is nasty with headshots.
Were you able to get a lot of that on the boss?
On the boss, not too many, because he kept ducking his head from every shot I was hitting him with was causing him to stagger, so I kept not being able to aim for his head because he'd tuck his head in when he staggered.
Ah, I see.
Alright, down the poop tunnel.
Whee.
My rat's dead.
I guess I should have called them the monster, not the boss. There are so few actual bosses in this game. It's kind of hard to. It's just a term I'm so used to saying.
Yeah, and I find it unusual they don't count the bosses for monster damage at the end for the green circles.
You know, I've noticed that. So I guess they just. Oh,
Hang on, sorry, I was yawning.
no, it's okay. For a second I thought it was a bot that did it.
Okay, now, yeah, the bots are actually pretty bad about it. You do have to be careful with the bots, that they sometimes...
Mhm.
Oh, interesting. So it's supposed to be for this section that we look around in these mounds of shit. for a key, but the key is actually right here in a very easy spot to find. It's random every time where the key is in here, and sometimes it can be a pain in the ass to find this thing.
Oh.
But
Are you
there we
sure
go.
it's random? Last time I played this match, it was also way in the back here.
No, it's random.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it would be kind of a pain.
Yeah, sometimes, because sometimes it's in the hands of one of these corpses, sometimes it's just sitting on a mound of shit.
Oh.
Ah, fuck you, shield asshole. Later.
He did get fucked. These guys over here having a conversation.
Alright, if we see somebody, we're gonna charge at them, and you go, and I'll go taste my axe.
Did one of them actually manage to get that out? Taste my axe?
No.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say they went down pretty quick. Whatever they had planned, it didn't work out.
Stupid bitches.
Yeah, I mean they were like actually in a circle, just kind of like having a little chat. Battle strategy, I guess.
Man, did you see Harriet the other day? It was so fucking hot, the big tumor she had on her fucking ass.
On her axe.
Okay, now the key we got, we need to parkour up here.
My father's axe made
Oh, I would not have assumed that this is a spot you can get up on.
days go on and on.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Uh-huh. And then you go
Hear that, mates?
in here,
It's a gun rat.
all the way over here. Yeah, this little... Several times there were just hidden stretches of the map for these things.
The assassin meets a deserved death.
Damn straight. And there's a locked chest right here.
Oh, okay then. Huh.
And it's a grimoire.
I guess I need to take
Evil
it.
such as this cannot be left undisturbed.
Wow, that's so weird. So, okay, so I thought the places that you had to parkour in this game were like, I don't know, more obvious than that. Like that was almost like, I don't know. How can I describe it? That's like that almost felt like a glitch. You know what I mean? Like
Nah.
it didn't feel like it was cleanly meant for us to do what we did.
Yeah, no, this game, Vermintide is one where they very much designed it around having a lot of stuff like that. It seems like in any other game that would be an exploit, but in this game, no, that's just something you can do and you get rewarded for it.
God, there's got to be, out of all these maps, as complicated as they are, there's got to be lots of places you can do stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
mean,
only
lot-
a few maps where I know the books.
Yeah. Do you know them from, did you find these yourself?
Some of them I did, some of them I had to look up a guide.
Yeah. Yeah, I would find it very tricky to be able to find that stuff out yourself.
No,
There
this-
is...
This last book that I know is actually in a stupidly easy spot to find.
Okay. There's a spot on the very first map, the very first map, that I feel seems like it's definitely meant for you to be able to get up it. I've tried it multiple times though, and I can never do it. I always fall off the spot. So next time we play it, I'll have to ask.
Yeah.
Nice work, darling.
Oh, I got Sneeze charging up, but it ain't gonna come out. I can tell already it's gonna be a faker.
Those things are... I don't really understand how that works. Like, if it, if the sneeze is gonna come, like, what suppresses it? What changes it,
I wonder, it just tickles the sinuses enough. So the book is actually just around the back of this fucking altar. This fucking grave.
Oh, yeah, just right there.
Yeah, yeah, if you could carry it, because the bots aren't gonna be smart enough to know how to carry it properly.
I'll just have to have them defend me, because I'm only got, what do I have, about 50 health, something like that? 40? I can't quite tell.
Curse, brother.
Yeah, it's doing it. I'm pretty low.
Down the stairs.
Should be mentioned that on the highest difficulty, people don't take grimoires. They might take tomes, but they don't take grimoires.
I can see why, yeah.
Healing draft.
So much healing, good lord.
I was gonna say there's an unusually high amount for veteran.
Good lord, more. Gas rat, where? Oh, I see. Yep, good old Kruger with his shotgun.
Oh, I wanted to fling him. I mean, their bodies will never be recovered down there.
No, that where the hell even? Yeah, that's.
It's fun to do.
Ammo refill if you need it.
It said I did. I don't remember. I probably only fired off like 2 shots, but either way. Hey, Lord Grimner is coming, or at least trying to.
Yeah, only for him to get in and be like, God damn it, I wanted to play fucking Necromancer.
That you know, that does, I'm guessing, seem to be what is going on there, where somebody comes in and then leave. Because I mean, there have been times where people have joined and it's been no problem at all, and then other times we get what we just got.
And it's faster sometimes and slower other times. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell that some of them consider it a little bit like, should I just play Barden? No.
Right. I've done that exact same type of thing. Yeah, poor Grimner keeps trying.
Damn it, they're still playing Sienna.
Yeah, Sienna does seem pretty popular. You know, I was about to say which one I think seems least popular, and I actually don't really think there is one. It seems like someone's always picking one of the main one of the characters. Like there hasn't been one that has not gotten, you know, a lot of attention in my playthroughs.
Yeah, I think that there's a career worth playing on each of the characters.
There is, yeah. Do you feel like you see anybody more or less than others?
Not anymore, no. It used to be, a lot of my playtime was in the period where they were adding the DLC careers, which inevitably meant whoever had the newest career was popular.
That makes sense.
I think earlier on in the game's lifespan, Sienna was less popular because a lot of people just didn't understand her or didn't want to understand her.
She is, I think, the most complicated one.
Yeah, but that definitely is lessened now. At least, I think Necromancer got a lot of people to figure Sienna out, and now a lot more people are playing her.
Yeah, that seems to follow, because the ones I see the most are the Necromancers.
It just weird that we get to this ending set piece absurdly quickly.
I was going to say the same, actually. I definitely noticed that myself. Don't know why.
Regather your strength. Righteousness. Do not fail me now.
Got him.
Who is it that you got?
Gas rat that was throwing those at us.
Oh.
Yeah, the beam staff is actually awesome. Turns out.
I'm glad, because, yeah, it seemed like absolute shit before.
Yeah, it really did. Because I kept hearing people say, like, oh, there is no better staff for Sienna for monster killing. I was thinking, well, fucking what?
Yeah, if I would have heard that, I would have just assumed, like, what, are you supposed to just hide behind it and just sit there and just burn with the beam?
Yeah, if you boldly assume that your teammates are just gonna sit there and take all the fucking trouble.
Right.
Take that, teleporter that saves us. Let us show you our rage.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch the video I sent you about the Dark Crystal?
I did. I thought it was very remarkable puppet work.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, especially for mid to early 80s. Yeah, I think the movie was like 82. Yeah, really good stuff, that movie. It's, again, I think it's the first all-puppet film. Not a human inside. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. I mean, obviously, some of the costumes are, you know, they're human inside. You know, they're obviously guided to some extent by human beings inside the costumes. But yeah, there's not a single living person on screen ever in that movie.
Oof.
Yeah, the '80s were a really good time for experimental fantasy.
Yeah, and when I was looking at those the Skeksis, I think I had heard before that the Skeksis were a big inspiration for the Fimir in Warhammer Fantasy, which you've not seen Fimir in Vermintide. There probably won't be any Fimir in Vermintide. But there is a race in Warhammer that looks a lot like the Skeksis.
I'll have to look that up. Are they
Actually,
bird-like? Are they kind of like vulture-y?
Kind of birdie, kind of reptilian, a little bit of both.
That does sound like it then, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Amusingly enough, the Fimir are actually the ones that had the lore book about them that years ago I asked if you could find, because it had been kind of lost.
Oh, Yeah, that was the one time I can think of in recent memory. By recent, I mean like 5, 10 years, where piracy failed me. I guess it was just so obscure. You needed somebody who had piracy for that particular domain.
Yeah, yeah, and it was like you and me both, like fucking, were trawling the depths. Like, where is it? Where is it?
Mhm. I was scouring. I was going to be on some of my main places to try and find it.
Because I'm
Then
pretty
Ted
sure that
found
the seller for that book is long since out of business, the subsidiary or whatever. And Ted, I just mentioned casually to Ted, like, oh yeah, I collect a lot of the Warhammer lore stuff. There's one piece, the pièce de résistance, that I can't find though, and it's been pissing me off for years. And Ted was just casually like, oh hey, have you checked this? Or well, he PM'd me actually, because he PM'd me because he thought it was rather important that it not get exposed, whatever it was. Yeah, which is why I'm not saying what it was.
Yeah,
But,
I understand.
Yeah, he just very casually dropped that and he was like, hey, here's this.
Yeah, you need there are various, I guess, like layers to piracy. There's places where you can get all kinds of the main kind of stuff, movies and games and stuff like that. Then there's, a little bit more specific stuff. Like for example, if you want like Switch games, those are a little harder to come by, so you need to go to this side or the other
Nintendo.
side of that. Right? Yeah, Nintendo being what it is, exactly. And then books are relatively less common, and so I found a site that specializes in that, things like that. And for certain types of like geekdom, like that, for certain like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, you either need to like dig to find like repositories, or you need to find somebody who has their own copy that they're hosting. That kind of stuff. The more niche you get, the more deep you got to dig. And
Yeah.
Ted obviously dug in that particular direction.
Let's see, I got a new 300. Ooh, yep, bark skin. That's what I want. I finally got a bark skin necklace at 300 power.
What is the bark skin power on the necklace? Like what's the
Taking
stat?
damage reduces the damage you take from subsequent sources by 40% for 2 seconds. Which would save your fucking ass from those instances of like, oh, there's 3 Chaos Warriors in front of me, and they're all doing overheads. And I have
Yeah.
nowhere to dodge to.
And you said this was a necklace?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and re-roll then, because I have a necklace here that's just it's got 25% chance to not consume healing item on use,
Oh.
which that's pretty good though. Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
It depends. I don't know. It's very chance reliant. It's very RNG reliant. And 25% are not
Exactly.
good odds.
Yes, I felt the same. I think it's one of those things where when I got it, I thought, well, that's a better trait than some of the others, so I'll stick with it. But yeah, now that I've gained some materials, I think I will try a different trait. Yeah, I've got 63 shots. Let's give it a try. Is that it? No. There it is. Let's see what we got. The very next thing. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, all right then. Cool. I like it when it works out like that. What kind of properties do you have on your necklace?
Let's see. I have 4 different necklaces with 4 different traits, but property.
Oh, okay. You swap.
Yeah, it depends on the career. The ones that
I
increase
just
the.
that case. Sorry.
I forget if Boon Ashalia applies to temporary HP, but yeah, I have the oddball health regen one, the no healing from first aid kits and healing drops in exchange for health regen one. I have that on
yeah.
Ironbreaker, since Ironbreaker just takes so little damage to begin with.
Well, the reason I ask is because I've got 20% extra health through my necklace, which is really good.
Ooh.
But then I don't like the other. I don't want to re-roll because I like that. But then the other one to me is really not that great. It's 24% push block angle.
Well, that is really good if you push a lot or block a lot.
Which I don't know. I'm just worried about re-rolling again and getting, because these things, they're sort of themed. Like I noticed that I mentioned this before. I think it's like the charm or something like that, where you can only get grenade-related properties, which drives me up the wall because I don't want grenade-related properties usually ever. So when I re-roll this, if I were to re-roll this and possibly lose my health, I don't know if I would get anything else that's that's any better than the pushing. Like, I don't know if I would get, for example, let's say 17% health, but also 4%, I don't know, crit chance or whatever. I don't know if they mix in that way. So I'm worried about losing the health, and you know, I don't know if they pair the health.
Let me try to re-roll the properties on an item that I don't like, and I'll see how
That's
it
a good.
works.
You know what? I should look and do the same thing. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Let me see.
It's actually a really good idea.
Let's see. Yeah, this. I don't care about this.
It's a necklace that I'm doing this with, by the way.
Okay, yeah, it re-rolls both properties.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I knew that. I just I didn't know if, for example, like with the charm that focuses on grenade properties, I didn't know if by possibly losing my health property on the necklace, I might get another property that also by default just deals with pushing and blocking. Like, I don't know if
Oh,
they
I don't think
always
so.
pair those two. Okay, yeah, I'll keep you rolling and see if I get anything interesting.
Yeah, the grenade ones, by the way, the trinket that deals with grenades, I've only found 2 traits you can get for it. One is increases explosion radius by 50%. The other is causes hit enemies to take 20% increased damage for 10 seconds. I find the latter far, far, far better, because it makes it where if you hit a monster with a bomb, then the monster just going to get liquefied by everything that comes after. So honestly, I should probably just either junk or re-roll the other trinkets I've got.
Which is the one that's good? Which is the one that liquefies the monsters? What's that property?
Trait, shrapnel.
Trait. Shrapnel, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to look around. Look at my items. Curious.
See, let me re-roll that trait and see what comes out. Shrapnel. Oh, that actually is kind of interesting. Grenadier, 25% chance not to consume grenade on use.
But as you were saying, that's a pretty low chance. Although, you know, this is, since these things have to do with grenades and you can't really get away from that, that might, you know, that might be one of the better ones to pick.
Yeah,
Since the
yeah.
pool-
If you want to do
well-
something else, that's a different problem.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing some thinking on my end as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's some. I'm gonna experiment here and see if there's a weirder build I can make.
Right. What is area damage, by the way?
Good question. For a bomb? For a grenade?
No, just one of my properties here is 10% damage reduction versus area damage.
Oh, maybe like the gas rat's poison or the
I was thinking
flamethrower.
the same. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Were you saying that shrapnel is the good grenade one?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, I'll stick with it.
I believe it would help your trial if you showed intent to go back to the college. Are there really none there who hold your respect?
Gorman, perhaps? We all know what happened to him, don't we?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try a more melee-heavy pyromancer, and I'm gonna take this weird fucking outfit.
I'll have to look.
Actually, you know what? I'll keep that on that skin. I think it'd be more appropriate if I then... More ranged pyromancer has the more traditional outfit. There we go.
Really quick, could
Sillier
you
hat.
confirm... Could you confirm for me whether charms, whether your charm is potion related? Because I think that's
Yeah,
also
it always is. It's always potion
okay.
related.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
two out of the little bonus things, 2 out of the little extra pieces of gear are related to stuff mechanics that you don't use.
Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, I was concerned about that. I mean, no reason I shouldn't use them. I usually just don't think to. I don't know. It would be a little easier if all I have to do is just tap a simple button, just to like use whatever potions in your hand that's not health related. Boom, tap the button, cool. But instead, I have to press the D-pad left to bring up. I think it's left or right, and I can't remember which potions and which control in which direction. So it's like, whatever. It's only a speed thing that's gonna last 10 seconds. I usually don't think about that kind of thing, I guess.
I did learn something important about one of the potions.
Which one? What's that?
The yellow potion, the strength potion, I knew that it increased your damage, your cleave, and your stagger. I found out, though, it also makes all weapons that aren't armor-piercing, armor-piercing.
Oh, okay. That could be handy against stuff like, I don't know, a big group of Chaos Warriors, or, in my case, those big damn armor rats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. If you have all right, long story short, does your second weapon do the properties of your second weapon apply to your character if you're not using your second weapon?
Good question. I would assume no, it's only with that weapon.
Okay. So I would have to equip the second weapon to get the properties of the second weapon, then it would just add to my character.
Yeah, because what you're looking at is like crit chance, crit power, power versus chaos, something like
Right.
that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It does make sense. That's how I assumed it would go, but I figured I'd ask just in case I was different.
Yeah. Take that, Lawner, you son of a bitch.
What are you doing to the poor guy?
Smacking him.
Oh. That's what he gets. We haven't forgotten that skull stuff.
Oh, I've done nothing to you.
You know, I was just looking the other day. I found a torrent of all the Aqua Teens, and I went and downloaded a bunch. And that's actually in the very first episode.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to send you the clip. It's the pilot episode. It's like 5 minutes in.
Huh?
Yeah. They go to a mall to investigate the giant rabbit that went crazy and stole a bunch of perfume from the whatever, like obviously the perfume store in the mall. Sprayed himself because that's the joke, is that the rabbit had a bunch of pharmaceuticals tested on him, and so the robot rabbit runs and does that, does the spray, runs away. And the Aqua Teens, back in the first few episodes where they actually were detectives.
Right, because they had to do that to get past Cartoon Network executives.
Yes. Yeah, to trick them into thinking that that's what the show would be, because they didn't think that they'd go for a show about just food, running around just doing just random shit. Yeah, they go there and they're investigating like the hole that the rabbit made, the giant rabbit robot. And they're like, oh, look at, Meatwad's like, oh, look at this, or whatever. And Shake's giving him some kind of shit. And, yeah, just off screen, you hear him say, I've done nothing to you. Very reasonable response, I think, to half the stuff Shake says to him.
Yeah. You know,
I guess
I don't really go for the in the those sorts of cartoons. I don't really go for the member of the cast who's just an asshole. You know?
Oh,
Take
I believe very much just like the main character, or the character who's an asshole. It seems like everyone else loves that kind of shit. I hate it. They're always my least favorite characters. Stewie, Family Guy, same thing. Just
Yep.
he's just like he's just a punk. You know, he's always
Peter.
just like smarting off and trying to. Yeah, Peter too. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
And it's South Park, it's
yeah.
Cartman.
Yeah, I fucking can't stand Cartman.
Nah.
I said before that the show turned into the Cartman show because it did.
Yeah.
Anytime even now, still, anytime I see a clip, oh, hey, did you hear this new South Park? And I see a clip of it, I'm telling myself, as soon as I press play, it's gonna be Cartman. It's gonna revolve somehow around Cartman. It's gonna be Cartman saying something, or it's gonna be a plot that was initiated by Cartman. You know, and I'm right, and it's just him, and he's just being a wise ass and being, when they had the South Park game. Or it wasn't even. It actually wasn't the game. They just
Which
used the
one?
character on the cover of the game. Yeah, it was the second one. They put the character on the cover where he was playing the coon, and I didn't see the episode in that was being referenced. But yeah,
The fractured butthole, right?
yeah. They had I just learned from that game. I didn't play it, but I saw the picture and I was like, oh, he's dressed as a raccoon. And just like I already knew, it's like, oh, let me guess, it's because he did something to where he called himself a coon. And my understanding is that that's what it
Yep.
was. And it's just
I
like
think
this.
Trey and Matt have just explicitly said they consider Cartman their favorite character.
They have, which is very sad for me because he's my least favorite character by notable margin. He was fine when he was relatively equal with the other characters, and then they just started pushing him and pushing him and pushing him to like by season maybe 8, 9, 10, it like he was taking up like fucking half the series.
Yeah.
You know, he was in like every other episode focused on him, and it's like fucking and they admitted this as well. They were like, well, I mean, he's the one who's the asshole. He's the one who, we can do all this shit with Cartman that we can't do with other characters. And I get that. That would be fine if not for the fact that it's just, I don't know. I like the other characters too. I would really like to.
I know it's South Park's thing to just say offensive stuff for the sake of saying offensive stuff and then giggling at it. But, like, can we not have the other characters say offensive stuff and just giggle at ourselves for it?
Yeah. It got to the point to where Cartman was basically just. I mean, again, it wasn't even just that he had all the offensive lines and he'd be the one who was always, again, like saying the most offensive stuff. Like to me, the one that really pissed me off was when he had the episode where he went to see the Passion of the Christ and he was inspired because for some reason he just decided, well, that's cool. I'm gonna hate Jews too. And so he gathered up the townspeople. They were like, oh, look, this kid is playing a game. How fun! Let's march with him because we're ignorant. And Cartman was like to himself, like, no, I really want to go eliminate the Jews. It's like, why? How is that even funny? That's not imaginative. That's not creative. He's just evil for evil's sake. Why? What's funny about that?
One of those definitely episodes of less creative commentary by Trey and Matt, where it's just simply, we think that Passion of the Christ is a garbage movie that people are making a big hubbub about, and they wanted to have a variety of characters that existed as vessels for their commentary, and Cartman was the one who was there to serve as the vessel for their commentary of, we think anti-Semites are stupid, and watching this stupid movie, and they're stupid, and they're dumb, and we're going to use Cartman as a vessel for anti-Semites who were inspired by Passion of the Christ.
Everything you're saying makes sense, but in this particular case, they didn't really have him, like, he didn't have a comeuppance. Well, I guess at the very end, like, well, I mean, that is true, he really never does, but in this particular case, like, the worst that happens to him is, I think at the end, like, Mel Gibson, the loony Mel Gibson character that they had, he just, like, shits on Cartman and then runs away, something like that. Just like a stupid little, oh, haha, yeah, it's just, I used to love South Park, and I'm sure if I still watch, well, my understanding is now it's dramatically changed, I guess. So I don't know if I would still love them, but, I mean, I go back, and there's a lot of episodes of that show that I still really, really adore, but, anytime I go back to watch a season, like, I haven't seen season, I don't know, 6 in a long time. Let me go back and watch. And it's like, oh, right, this is the episode that's got Cartman doing this. And oh, that's right, Cartman's doing the thing in this one. Skip. And it's just, yeah, it just got very tiresome.
Yeah, I get you. I definitely get you. My sister had a South Park face, and I got pretty fucking sick of that.
When it's good, it's really good. But, just, I don't know. I guess I don't know how to say it other than just for me, a personal level, I got really tired of the emphasis on let's have, the show started as 4 wacky kids who, like, the world around them was strange and they reacted to it through kids' eyes. and then it became like the kids somehow just got more and more wise and mature, and now they've taken the point to where they're now smarter than the adults,
Yes.
and Cartman is now an evil mastermind. It's like, that's not what the show used to be. I don't like that change.
They had a phase where Stan became a fucking alcoholic because he was depressed about how stupid everyone else in the world is.
I remember that when that was about how he didn't like how he became cynical. Like, I think the episode was called "You're Getting Old." Like he realized that he didn't like anything anymore, and yeah, I don't know what came of that. I think there was like 2 or 3 episodes that lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the actual resolution of the episode is that someone sits him down and more or less just says, you're gonna have to live with this, and Stan's like, okay. Then Stan, when the adult walks out of the room, Stan then sneaks into his cupboard, pulls out a fucking bottle of beer and starts drinking it, and that's the resolution of the episode. Fuck you.
In that case, that's a different episode that I'm thinking of then. That maybe that went on for longer than I thought. Either way, I haven't seen it, so I guess I can't really comment on it. But yeah, that's the. When you go back to watch, I started watching South Park from literally the 4th episode, 3rd or 4th. It was either number 3 or 4, because I watched it when it was still brand new. I happened to I wanted to catch it, but I missed the first couple of weeks of the show being on. I just didn't have the right night or whatever, and so I was with the show from almost the exact very beginning, and I remember just what I loved about it isn't really a thing anymore, and whatever, people change, times change, shows change, writing changes, etc. But I don't know. I love the idea of 4 relatively innocent kids. The humor comes from them reacting to these situations that they can't really process, and they try to do their best. And often there's crazy misadventures and funny potty humor or whatever. But yeah, like I said, now it's all the kids are overly intelligent, and again, Cartman's the most intelligent of them, and he's just the fucking criminal mastermind every other episode. It's just I don't find that interesting. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, all that to get around back to... But, in Aqua Teen, I actually don't find Shake that bad.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you were going to say that I did kind of go off on a tangent there. Yeah, I thought you were going to
No,
say...
understandably, if you hadn't, I would have, because I get very sick of South Park and Family Guy both.
Yeah, I watched Family Guy, definitely not religiously, but I watched it relatively steady for a few months, and I kind of got my fill of it. I don't hate it, didn't love it, but yeah, Aqua Teens, I stuck with them for several years, and I don't know. Shake,
I think Shake's a lot more tolerable than most adult cartoon assholes, because Shake near always gets his comeuppance.
Yeah, not only that, but his audacity is usually so over the top you can't really take it seriously. Like you don't know anybody like that, and you know that in real life, if you did know anyone like that, no one would like
They'd be dead
them.
within a year.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like I remember when I watched Family Guy, or at least when I was shown Family Guy by a buddy of mine back in Kenosha. He was he just left a couple episodes on while I was over at his house, and I was just like, oh god, that's fucking the stupid baby. I can't stand him. He's just irritating. And my friend was like, "Oh, why?" And I said, "Well, his voice is irritating. It bugs me that he's just always going on about how he's going to take over the world, and he's making these smart ass comments, and just being a jerk." And it's like, why would anyone like that? Why is that entertaining to people? And my buddy said, "Oh, because he's great because people just like that in real life." And I'm like, "Yeah, and they're assholes, and I don't want anything to do with them. So why am I going to want to watch it in cartoon form?" But that was his argument. His argument was "Oh, it's so great because that character is a cartoon rendition of someone that you know." And it's like, yeah, I do know people like that. That's why I don't associate with them. I don't want to watch that shit. But with Shake, on the other hand, I remember, someone, I can't even remember what the setup was, but Shake expected something of this person, whatever it was. And Shake started listing off these demands of what the person would give to Shake, and he said something like, "You will give me, you will give me a statue in my image, bejeweled with gold." And, and he meant it because Shake's that asshole. But you couldn't, as another person, take that seriously. You could never actually it's so over the top that you can't really be offended by it because it's ridiculous.
Well, it's like when the episode where they have to deal with the horrible fucking hairy bus that eats people or whatever.
I don't think I saw that one. A hairy bus that eats people?
So, they need a bit of change. Carl and Shake and Meatwad do, and Frylock refuses to give him money or something like that. So Carl's like, "Hey, Meatwad and Shake, hey, I know the perfect way we can get some money. And it cuts to them going out and taking going under people's cars and taking out random parts, like carburetors and all kinds of things. And eventually, I think Meatwad is like, "Oh, Carl, this is cool. I'm gonna go do it on my own." Hey, whatever, you little freak. And Shake and Carl continue doing whatever on screen. Shake while Meatwad rolls off the screen. Then in a little bit, we hear, "Oh!" There is a horrible fucking living bus. Like, its headlights are eyes, its grill is a mouth. You know, the usual cartoonified form of a vehicle. But it's also got hair all over. It's still got windows and the eyes and mouth in place of the headlights and grill, but it's got hair all over it. And it's otherwise it's still bus shaped, and it's got wheels, and it's got the internals of a bus. And Meatwad has gone underneath this apparently living bus and ripped out one of its intestines.
Oh, okay.
And the bus informs Carl and Master Shake, "All right, your little dickhead buddy there took out my fucking intestine. Now here's the thing, I'm the super party bus. Everybody loves me because I can manifest hookers and blow inside myself. So people hire me as a bus. But when they get inside me, then when they get high and they get laid, then I digest them. I fucking eat them.
Right.
So you pricks need to get me a new intestine by this time tomorrow, or I'm gonna eat you." And naturally, Carl and Shake just go to Frylock, and Frylock's like, "Well, where the hell are we gonna get bus intestines from?" "Oh, I have a brother. He's an asshole who doesn't eat people. I hate him. Go steal his intestines." And they go and they find this twin brother bus who is not hairy and is in fact a perfectly normal looking bus, except for he's got eyes instead of headlights and a grill, mouth instead of a grill. And he's a very nice guy who's like,
Do it. Yep, yeah. I knew he'd be nice.
He's a very nice guy who's like, my brother, I know we're family, but he's a monster. He eats innocent people. But I can't selfishly deny him the right to live. It will kill me if you take this intestine. But I'm willing to make that sacrifice for my brother. And they go through all this, and if memory serves, he doesn't even get to finish his sentence. Like, Frylock is very mixed, like, this is a moral conundrum here, because he's willing to give his life for his brother, but his brother doesn't deserve to get the intestine. But if we don't save his brother, then his brother will kill Carl and Shake and Meatwad. And while Frylock's like going through that moral conundrum, it just cuts to Shake has already disemboweled the.
Oh, of course he has. Yeah.
Or no, wait, no, Shake wasn't even there. It was only Frylock and Carl went, and Carl had already disemboweled the other bus. And
Carl had, really?
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Fryman, I got the intestine. Let's go back and put it back in that other fucked up bus."
Oh, that does seem like a completely.
So it doesn't.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, I guess he has more of a motivation then, so he can't be eaten. But yeah, that seems like a complete Shake thing. I completely imagine Shake just popping up with the intestine.
So they get back. Like, Frylock is very pissed about the fact that Carl did that at all, right? And did it without his asking him first. So when they get back, Frylock and Carl arrive, and it's just the bus and Meatwad. And Frylock asks, "Meatwad, where the hell is Shake?" And it got on the fucking front windshield. They can look in and they see that Shake has idiotically chose to go inside the horrible monster bus and is being digested with no face. And Shake says, "He offered me cocaine," or something like that, And Frylock, the classic Aqua Teen resolution, and, Shake dies somehow. Frylock just looks around, and Frylock more or less just goes, "All right, fuck this." And then Frylock, I think, just fucking zaps the horrible monster bus to death with lightning until it explodes.
Right.
And then him, Carl, and Meatwad just go to the house, and they're like, "Oh, let's watch some TV." Not even acknowledging the fact, oh my god, Shake's dead. I want to say that Carl's still carrying the good bus's intestines on him, too.
Problem solved, I guess.
Yeah. Aqua Teen always mixes it up. Some episodes Carl has a rough time, sometimes Shake has a rough time, sometimes even Frylock has a rough time. Meatwad's the only one who always comes out smelling like roses.
I'm trying to think if there's ever an episode where Meatwad like really got ultimate, like the episode ended with him like in any kind of, you know, distress or pain or anything like that. And I guess I can't think of any. Like he's always kind of, you know, smacked around by Shake and insulted and all that kind of thing, but he usually winds up being safe at the end, whereas the other, yeah, usually it's Shake that gets taken down.
There's a certain Mr. Magoo quality to Meatwad.
Yeah, he's obviously the, you know, like the, you know, the poor child of the group.
Yeah.
Did you see the, speaking of child, did you see the one where Shake had a child?
Only bits and pieces.
It's really good. He's so barbaric to him.
Yeah.
Little Shake shows up. Well, first it shows up at Carl's door. You know, he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
next door."
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, go over there." And yeah, so he goes, and Shake doesn't want him either. But then Frylock takes him in, and the poor little thing is like, you know, like, "Oh, Daddy," you know, to Shake, "Yeah, Daddy, pick me up," or whatever. And like Shake's like, "Look at you, you're disgusting. You're like, I, what are you, you know, whatever." And thing starts wailing and crying, and Shake's like, "Fine, whatever, let's go play with him," or whatever it is. And throughout the whole episode, like Shake's just like making him think that he's gonna accept him, only to kind of be like, you know, why do you disappoint me all the time?
Yeah.
Why are you such a horrible thing or whatever? Yeah, he just starts screaming and crying. Yeah, it's really good. I think at one point he leaves the little Shake somewhere. I can't remember. They're separated somehow. I can't remember what. And yeah, Meatwad finds Shake, and he's like, "What do you, you know, what do you?" I actually at one point I think Shake tries to kill himself. I think he like he goes into Carl's car, I think, and like you know, he does the you know, the hose in the gas tank. And, you know, Carl's like, you know, "Hey, get out of my car," or whatever. And I think Shake's like, "No, I don't want to live. I have this stupid little son, and I can't stand him. You know, I want to die, and I want him to know that I died because of him." It's just, like, so horrible. It's good stuff. See, that's the thing, is that, again, as you were saying, Shake being a jerk is so elevated above what any normal person would be, you know, that it is funny, especially because the other characters recognize how horrible it is, and as you said, he often gets his comeuppance for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I forget what episode. There's some episode where Meatwad is just simply like, he walks in the living room and tells Shake they need to do something, and Shake's response to it, or no, Meatwad is, like, has some like, "Yeah, Shake, do you want to do something?" And like Shake is sitting there watching TV. He's got the remote, and not only that, Shake jumps out of his chair and declares, you know, "Today we're going to get some money and bitches," or, you know, some usual Shake-like statement. And in the midst of doing that, he throws the remote at the TV remote at the floor, and when it hits
It's
the
on
floor,
fire, right?
no, it explodes.
Yeah.
It plays the crappy little fucking PNG explosion effect they use all the time in that show.
Right, I can picture it completely.
And he plays a small explosion noise, a little poosh. And no one remarks on it.
Yeah, they're used to that kind of thing at that point. That's just the world they live in.
Shit.
I guess if you want to do another map, I'm still just a little bit under 30.
Yeah, any of them, honestly.
All right. Let's see. I will make my way back into the main keep. There we are. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm like irritatingly close. I'm like 85% on the way to level 30. So this one should absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a mission I haven't played in a while. Do you remember what the war camp is?
It's the one where we fight the big Chaos Warrior at the end. And he throws his axes.
Oh, that. I haven't done that one in a while. Yeah, see, wasn't this very similar to the Dark Crystal? They got their They got their obelisk in the middle, the trial by stone.
Yeah.
Thanks to us.
Yeah, it just seems so reminiscent to me. The clip ends before they go to the loser and they basically tear all of his garments off and leave him like all like basically naked and shivering. It's kind of traumatic actually. It really spooked me as a kid. Yeah, yeah, especially because like he's screaming when they do it. So I thought, you know, as a youth, I thought they were actually really like tearing part of his body off. It was messed up.
You'll find their
Yeah.
champion in his bed, but I'm sure you'll manage the murder.
Oh, there's also like giant fucking beetles in that movie, like kind of like elephant-sized beetles, and they skitter around, and oh, that was super creepy as well. You should add that one to your watch list. It's a good little movie.
Yeah, the clip you showed me looked good.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty early in the movie too, so it doesn't really reveal anything.
Power behind your shield, Ratman.
Back up to bits.
Well put, Gerber.
Ah, see, I didn't even catch it. It was kind of quiet.
Oh, he just very simply said, hack him to bits.
Oh, that's what we're doing. I think all three of us took a shot at it.
Oh, hello, Hook Rat. Later.
I showed up in the same spot that the Ratling did, the Gatling gun rat.
Oh, yeah, we can find their corpses right down here next to each other. That's neat.
Right in the kisser.
I'd say they'd be buried together, or if they're going to be buried at all, but they won't because they're little evil creatures.
Yeah, that honestly wouldn't matter. The others came to come by and just dig them up and eat them anyways.
Eat 'em.
Yeah.
You stink stronger than you try. Someone give me a beer. Hogger.
I keep thinking that, well, it's two thoughts. I keep thinking, oh man, I hope Pink shows up again so we can have him join a second time. And then I keep thinking, oh, actually, it's kind of late. He probably won't be around anymore. And then I remember, no, it's only like 2 in the afternoon, because I've been up since 2 in the morning, which is why it feels late. Yeah. I plan on being up a while, though. I got a lot of sleep, so I think I'll be up a while today.
I got all sleep as well.
When did you get up?
Oh, that's amusing.
What happened?
Oh, I slept from like 12 to 11, which is a lot of sleep by my standards.
Yeah.
But that was very funny. There was a Ratling gunner who was like shoulder deep in the swamp water and trying to shoot us, and I guess the water blocks his bullets. So he was
that's
just,
what was going on.
Yeah, he was just running the gun, but it wasn't doing anything.
I saw that. I thought he was a very easy shot. I was wondering why that was. And that makes perfect sense now.
Rattling sparring! No!
Hey!
Not so much for that one.
So, the rattling's dead.
Listen, assassin. Baggy's dead. You're welcome.
Faggy.
There you go. You're welcome.
The Gas Warrior went down pretty quick.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was about like, oh, hey, I got the Pro Bill. That's a good anti-elite weapon. I'll do this. But he's already dead before I can get to him.
I don't even know if I hit him.
That said Barden killed him.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he must have took to him pretty hard there.
Oh, this goes backwards, I think.
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think it does, actually. Yeah, I think we went in a circle. Looks
Yeah.
familiar.
Little canyon here if you want to go this way, I suppose.
Yeah. Neat that they have little alternate routes.
Yeah.
I guess we go uphill? Wherever the horde's coming from, I suppose. Ah, here we go.
No!
All right.
Let none survive unseen.
Again, to quote that first and by far best Ninja Turtle movie, they wipe out a bunch of generic foot soldiers, and Raphael says, "Gee, I sure wish there were more of them."
Yeah.
I think it's like he's chewing on a toothpick, just like casually, like, "Oh yeah, that wasn't shit."
So what was the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing to give them different personalities? Because I know that in the original comic they're more or less just the same guy.
Oh, well, in the original comic they looked the same, but they definitely had different personalities. They were a lot more edgy though. I mean by edgy I mean like a lot more violent, angry, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Most of my knowledge comes from the cartoon, and I'm trying to think of the. Do they ever actually explicitly say what they have different personalities? I don't really.
I've only ever seen little bits and pieces of the '80s cartoon, and what the bits I saw, they seemed like they were all the same. Like Raphael was just as happy-go-lucky as the others.
Oh yeah, well the cartoon was the most generic in terms of the their personality differences. Relatively speaking, because there were still differences, but like again, the comic made it more distinct. The first movie, which is very, very good actually, the first movie definitely made it distinct how different they all were.
Well, the
yeah,
first
basically,
movie started the thing of Raph going out in a trench coat at night to beat up thugs on his own, right?
Yeah, that actually kind of comes as a result of him. Well, actually, that is also from the comics, the original comics.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a movie conceit. That's actually something that happened in the comics as well. Although I could be blending it because I know that the movie got a graphic novel accompaniment, so I could be blending that with something that happened by itself in the comics before the movie. But I kind of don't think so. I think Raph being in the trench coat, I think was something that happened in the old original comics. Either way, at least as far as the movie is concerned, I'm way more familiar with that than the comics. Yeah, Raph basically he just gets pissed. He's getting irritated with the other turtles, and he's like, "Fuck it, I need to blow off steam. I'm going out to watch a movie." And yeah, he goes off in a trench coat. He's still got a mask. He's got a hat on, and of course it's absurd. But at the very least, there's a couple throwaway jokes like, "Yeah, it's New York. You're gonna see shit like that." Yeah, actually, when they run across Casey Jones, are you familiar enough to know who that character is?
Yeah, I grew up with the Turtles cartoon as well, but I grew up with the 2000s one, which was very different in a lot of ways.
Okay, it definitely was, but at least the principles are still the same, yeah.
Yeah. I
yeah.
think you probably know enough to know that it was trying to be a bit more, I don't know, I don't want to say mature. Oh, there's a book in this house. That was easy to find. But
right there.
All of it.
I did hear that it was supposed to be a little bit more, not necessarily mature, I guess, though you're... What's going on? What are you laughing at?
I find it funny that I can give you the message. Pick up Healing Draught Saltfire. There you go.
This better taste.
Yeah, I heard that, the late 80s Ninja Turtles was essentially kind of like the toy Ninja Turtles. Like it was,
Astronaut Leonardo.
Well, I mean, it was... I guess what I mean is like Turtles again. Turtles started in the mid '80s as an actually beautifully illustrated, richly illustrated. I mean, there's some amazing art in the original Ninja Turtle comics.
Yeah.
It was very again, it was very edgy. It was very violent. The characters had a lot of like real emotions and shit like that. And Eastman and Laird, the creators, they eventually got a deal to turn into a cartoon and or toys. I can't remember if the toy deal came first or the cartoon came first, but either way, they have to kind of mellow it out for for the kids. And so because of that, they kind of they basically softened the characters' personalities while also making them more distinct. The cartoon is when they first got their different colored bandanas, so you could tell them apart better. And which would also be better for the merchandising. This one's got a purple bandana and a different weapon. This one's got a red bandana and a different weapon. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in the talking about Casey Jones in the Ninja Turtle movie, when Raphael does go out and he has a trench coat or whatever, when Casey Jones interacts with him, they actually have a fight. They meet up and they have a fight. Casey Jones, he's like beating up some street thugs, as is what he does. He's essentially a vigilante. And he sees Raphael, who also joins in to help with the street thugs or whatever. Casey Jones sees Raphael in his fedora and his trench coat, and he's like, oh man, I hate punks. Especially punks that walk around with green face paint and bandanas. Like, in so many words, what the fuck is this? What's your deal?
Yeah.
And so not only is there acknowledgement there, but also Casey kind of kicks his ass, and then Raph, out of just like he's really pissed off and frustrated, Raph chases him, and he rolls over a car in traffic. Like he kind of runs to the car and like rolls over to catch up with Casey. And the people in the car, it's a taxi. The person in the taxi, the passenger says, like, what was that? And the guy says, it's like some giant turtle or something. Where are you heading?
Yeah.
So again, it's New York. New York of the 80s, very gritty, greasy place with a lot of weirdos.
Yep, Ray Giuliani.
Uh huh. Yeah, the original. I obviously it's got to be. Not everyone's going to like.
Oh my
every
God!
movie.
Look.
I'm seeing that. I'm seeing it. Yep. You're just flinging them at us. That's great.
Fucking projectile rats.
That was pretty great.
Oh, Martin's in there too.
I was wondering who that was. Oh shit! Whoa! Back up! Back up! God, that's lasted a long time.
Yep.
I made it though. I'm great.
Ah, shit! I can't get a fucking read on where he is.
Oh, I got backed up. I couldn't go any farther. Oh, it's over.
Okay, okay, I can see the green little specters coming. That's the only way you can tell as the little green balls come out of the Blightstormer as he casts.
So, okay, so when he casts, what do you have, like, maybe, 2 seconds before he starts casting, and then he just teleports just completely elsewhere?
So as the tornado is forming, and you can see the green circle on the ground, but before the tornado itself starts blowing, you can see him emanating green orbs that trace from him to... There you go. Trace from him to... Thank you, Kruber. That trace from him to the green circle as it starts up. But by the time the tornado starts, he has moved on.
Okay. Then I think that might be where I'm failing, because I've learned... I guess in a way it's good. I've learned to, whenever I see the green circles on the ground, to run off so I don't get caught up in them. But because of that, I'm usually not looking in the direction of where they're coming from, which is probably why I'm never spotting it before it's too late.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be hard to follow, especially if it's heading off into the fog, like on this map.
Yeah.
What a shame.
But yeah, I was gonna say that not everyone's gonna want to watch every movie, and certainly not everyone's gonna want to watch a movie about the Ninja Turtles. But the first Ninja Turtle movie, 1990, it was actually
What the hell?
honestly, what's up?
There's another tome here.
Oh,
Pick it up,
well, they're
Kruber.
just. I guess I'll definitely get my experience points now.
Yeah.
But the movie is actually really good. It's it is
I've always heard that.
about mature. Yeah, it's honestly about as mature a version of those characters you could possibly get. I mean, they still have personality, they still have humor. It's not like a Dark Tower movie, but the aesthetic is very gritty. Like not gritty as in like oh, it's the Dark Knight, everyone's shades of black and white or whatever. No, I mean it's like it literally physically looks like kind of like a. It looks like an indie movie. It's kind of like a gritty, scrappy, kind of rough around the edges in a good way. It's got this, it feels like greasy, gritty 80s New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, the turtle characters, they actually have a lot of emotion. There's a scene where like one of the characters gets injured and he's out of action for a long time, and they're worried that he's gonna die, and there's like real emotion there, and the performances are good. Like everyone does a good job of what they're supposed to do. Shredder is portrayed as like an actual serious badass. It's really good. I think no one disagrees that it's the best Turtles movie. So
yeah, it sounds somewhat closer to the Turtles I grew up with in the 2000s cartoon.
I would. Sorry, go ahead.
How much do you know about that kind of cartoon?
Very little, because it was past my time. Of course, I grew up with the 80s version.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know you're a Turtles fan, and so is Ted. I don't know if Ted ever hit you with any of it, because he's more like to pay attention to that kind of thing.
Did you say he's paid more attention to the cartoon version that you're talking about? Was that what you said?
I don't know if he specifically knows anything about that, but he's more so the type to pay attention to his favorite childhood licenses.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. For me, to my dying day, I will say that I love the movie I'm talking about, the 1990 version. I'll still watch it. I still stand by it. I'm not ashamed of it, anything like that. However, like my interest in keeping up with continued Turtle stuff, more or less, I guess, kind of ended. I guess around like my teenage years. I did watch the Michael Bay movie just out of sheer
disgust.
I don't. It was. That's not even a bad word, but it was. What's the word I'm looking for? Morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wouldn't like it, but it was like I just have to see this. Like how awful is it? And for better and worse, it wasn't even awful. It was just completely forgettable. It was just so mundane. It was so pedestrian. It was like I don't even hate it, but there's so little about it that's good. I can't say that I like it. It was just like I don't know. It's like I don't know. It was like, well, I saw it, and I'm no better for it, and I really wish they didn't make more like this, but I guess it wasn't absolutely awful, question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but the cartoons, they made, I think, like 2 different versions of the cartoons, didn't they? There was one in, well, 3 if you include the one I'm talking about from my childhood. Didn't they make one
Yeah,
in...
because they made one after my time that was like 3D.
Oh, I forgot about that one,
CG
too.
and shit. They
Now
made-
I remember how many they made, because they
Did
made,
they
I
make
think...
did they make a Turtles in Time cartoon?
God, they made a CG Turtles cartoon, I think around the early 2000s, I believe.
Well, it would have been late 2000s. The early 2000s was the one I
Actually,
watched.
you're right. Yeah, it was the later 2000s. You're right. There was a CGI movie, I know, around the mid to late 2000s. Are you familiar with that? Because I didn't see it, but I know it exists, or at least I think it does.
Yes, I think I did watch that.
Now, does that have anything to do with any of the shows? Was that
I
like
don't
a standalone
think so.
thing? Okay.
Because a big part of that is less so Shredder and more so they team up with Shredder's daughter for a stretch, I think.
Right. Yeah. What's her name? Karai or something like that?
Karai, yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so there was that, and did the cartoon that you saw, the one that you grew up with or whatever, did that one have was April? Oh God, there've been a couple different versions of April. There was something different about the one that I saw last. There was something different about April, and I can't remember what it was. She wasn't like a ninja or something, was she? A cheerleader, cheerleader. What was the April that you saw a young cheerleader?
I don't think so.
Okay,
My
then that must
memory
be...
is that the cartoon that I grew up with for Turtles tried to be very accurate to the comic, I mean. And so much as you could be with a kid's cartoon.
Yeah, yeah. In the comics, April was... I don't even think she was a reporter necessarily. She was... Oh man, I don't remember some of these details. It's going so far back. I know that unless they brought him back, I know that Shredder was killed in the very first fucking issue. Yeah, they didn't think that they'd have a long run, so they had the big bad guy die in the first issue, and then they, like I said, I don't know if they ever wanted to bring him back after that, but yeah, he was. It's funny that for all the talk of Shredder being the big bad, he initially at least went out pretty quick.
Yeah, you're gonna have, and then you end up with your Super Shredders, your Cyber Shredders, or whatever the fuck. Kevin Nash.
Yeah, you know, I was a wrestling fan. Well, I wouldn't have known Kevin Nash at that time because that was 1991, so that was several years before.
That was Vinny Vegas and WCW Kevin Nash.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, actually that's right, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. The actual Zodiac Killer is doing it again.
Say, that's pretty great.
Not the fake one.
Oh no, this is like there's no getting this wrong. This is the legit, actual, real, true Zodiac Killer. He's actually playing our game with us.
Big Vermintide fan.
Yeah, if he's still alive, you know he would be. But yeah, the Ninja Turtle movie that I love is March of 1990. It was at the time the highest-grossing independently funded movie ever made, and it stayed that way all the way up until Blair Witch. So it was about 20 years that record went unbroken.
Yeah, very big difference between those movies.
Oh yeah, actually only about a decade now that I think about it. But oh yeah, very very different. One of them is great. The other one is the Blair Witch. But yeah, it's I like to quote Roger Ebert in his review of the Ninja Turtle movie. 2.5 out of 4 stars. And his summary was essentially like I don't really know a lot about these characters or whatever, but you know I feel like you know they did about the best job with this movie that you probably could with this concept. And I think that's accurate.
Just a little aid, and I'll be fit to dance again.
Yeah, another book there. All right.
All right.
They don't learn, do they?
Oh, the actual Zodiac Killer stuck around.
I saw that. Yeah, I was wondering. I was just about to ask, and I saw their name over there. This was the boss we massacred too, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
I picked up a potion of concentration, which means he's going to be hit with every burning head ever. The innocent alongside the guilty.
Wait, was he? is he saying? Oh, I just blew up a thingy. I didn't mean to.
I guess he was talking about the captive they've got scurrying around camp.
Oh,
My bad.
it was actually me that did that.
Yeah, but I won't say that to her. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I fucking remapped my keys.
Oh, that's alright. Why? What were you gonna do?
I remapped hang on. I was gonna enter something in chat, but I didn't realize I was, when I was remapping my keys the other day to... Okay. I have the Armory mod, which is one of the only sanctioned mods left.
What's that one do?
It provides detailed breakdowns of the weapons and the properties of them and their attacks. So it's quite nice. But you have to map it to a key in order to open the menu for it.
Oh, yeah.
And I had mapped it initially to the enter key. Or more specifically, enter on the numpad. Which apparently also opened the chat, which I didn't like that. So I remapped the chat key to be something I actually turned off. Well, I thought, okay, I pressed Y to open the chat, but I guess enter is another key to bring up chat. I don't know, it seems pointless to have 2 keys for it, so.
It does.
Yeah, so I unmapped it.
But it does, you basically disable chat then. At least you put it on a button that you don't remember what it is, or it's inconvenient to reach.
Yeah, I unmapped it. Luckily, this is one of those games, more games need to have the ability to unmap buttons from key bindings, but
Yes.
nonetheless, yeah, apparently what that was enter not only was the key to open chat on top of the Y key, it also was the key bind set to submit a chat message, which apparently I unbound also in the process, so I can't send messages.
So you can type them, but then you're what's
Can't
the
send
word?
them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a very specific word and I can't think of it. You're impotent. You can make a chat, but you are impotent. You are unable to send it. You can't finish the job.
Yeah.
Arena, all
Yeah.
the way out here.
It happens to plenty of men,
Not
man.
build something
How do you fireball someone's head off?
You know, I wouldn't think you'd be able to, but here we are.
Yeah? Alright, Kruber, don't drop that fucking book or I'll kill you.
Oh, I just realized I don't have health. I almost passed that up. This
Okay.
person's, the Zodiac here is being pretty decent. They didn't just charge ahead. They've already apologized for something that wasn't quite their fault. At least I don't think it was.
Down if you can.
Yeah.
I need no aid against weakling Southlanders.
Sigma provides. This is perfect. The fiend plays right into our hands.
Ow!
I don't remember him doing that the first time.
I don't remember him doing anything the first time.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Oro Life is joining?
Bow down to Southlanders, brothers. Show them how rough
Okay, then.
Show them how rough blood. And
He really is one of the weaker bosses. He's not really that much more than a monster.
no, and it didn't help that I have the fucking talent of, oh, if the burning head crits, then you get another burning head for free, and then I drank a concentration potion. So, burning head, burning head, burning head, burning head.
Okay. He looks like a cactus. Oh, now he's gone.
Yeah, keep moving, keep moving. The horde's coming in. Oh, hey, Barton came back for us. Oh, Grillian's fighting a big horde by herself.
Oh.
This fucking
Yeah,
sucks,
I mean,
mayflies.
Mayflies, this is some bullshit. I say fuck this.
Fucking lazy lumberfoots.
Lumberfoots. That's a good one.
One of the things I love about playing Handmaiden is every time you dash, she has a chance to just shout one of her usual slurs. For no reason. Yeah. Yeah, when she does the dash, there's a chance that she'll just say, lumberfoots, or mayflies. Yeah.
That is oddly random.
It becomes the racism button.
It
Enjoy, little one.
Oh, there we go. Reach level 30 with Salt Spire and with all characters. Nice.
I need to remap my keys so I can actually chat, so I don't just seem like I'm leaving them hanging.
Yeah, that person's actually been pretty nice.
Okay, oddly enough, numpad input still works.
Oh, I forgot Barden was a person. When you said that they came back for us, I in my mind, I was like, well, you know, yeah, the bots will go away sometimes, but yeah, it makes sense they came back. I forgot it was an actual human being.
Yeah, he only was there. He may have honestly came in, watched Bodvar Rib Spreader die, and then it was like, oh, okay. But
Bit of dusk raiding ahead, is it? Oh, takes me back.
rebind that key.
Do you have a preference as to what level I throw in next?
Not particularly.
Uh-oh. He's made it to where we can't hear each other.
Have I? What's up? Hang on. Did I actually mute? Hang on. You couldn't hear me?
I can now.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I exited the Discord call and reopened it.
Oh, okay. Well, that seemed to do the trick.
That it did.
Alright, I threw on another mission right away. We don't have to go to it right away, but I just wanted the people to know that, hey, I'm going to do another one if you want to stick around.
Yeah.
And, I didn't really quite have the time yet to adjust Salt Spire. I wanted to get him to level 30, and now that I'm at level 30, I didn't really have the time to adjust his, to give him his last talent, because I started this next mission right away.
Yeah, while they're fiddling with their bullshit, I'll be, oh, okay, everybody's ready to go.
I was gonna say we're actually ready, but it's alright. I mean, if you weren't ready, we could have waited.
Oh, no, it's just, I unlocked a new skin for the Crow Bill, I was throwing it on.
I've never.
Ah, okay.
Days. Lona's making jokes about pumpkins. Skaven have rigged one of their cursed
The pumpkin
bells
thing,
up
I get
in
it now.
Yeah, you'll have to go. And we're the fellas to get
Lona's
the job
making
done,
jokes about
but my ears
pumpkins.
were ringing for weeks after the last one. Well, at least I won't be able to hear Lona's gourd-based obsessions for a while.
Gourd-based obsessions.
I fucking love pumpkins.
I mean, I only heard the one time, but if he does it a lot, then he apparently does fucking love the pumpkins.
I want to say that I had heard they added more pumpkin jokes because Lana would always say something about pumpkins when this level starts up, and this was a very popular level for a long time.
Oh, okay. I only actually realized that we did this one the other day, so we've
It's a
just
good level.
done. It is, yeah, it is. Why was this one especially popular?
Simple, quick, and easy to do if you want to get a bunch of chests.
It never felt especially fast to me. None of them to me really feel all that fast.
The ending set piece you can do really quickly if everybody just rushes and breaks all the bells, tie downs, things, you know.
Ah, okay. Oh, everyone's splitting up.
Where's she going? If she knows where a tome is, I wouldn't mind to pick up a tome. There's pretty well no reason not to pick up a tome, honestly.
Other than it taking up the spot for another item.
Yeah, but we're on veteran difficulty. We can go without healing a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's not that much of a big deal.
If only there was time, I'd rather fire for the dead.
Yep, it's just about to swing.
Thank you, Barden.
I don't think I've actually killed anything yet. Everyone else is getting before I can.
Yeah, that's the thing about losing the bots is that, on the one hand, the teammates have a good chance of being considerably more competent. On the other hand, you may not get that many kills.
Yeah, all you guys are long range.
Yeah, I can't even build up enough overheat like I want to. I'm playing the Sienna career that wants to run as high overheat as possible.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like snow. Makes the world look a nicer place.
Oh, it's snowing. Does it always snow?
No. This is the first time it's ever snowed on this. Snow on this map, and I did not know that the characters would commentate on the weather.
Yeah, no, I only noticed it because of that. How cool. I wonder if the just really, literally every single map that has an outdoors does have the chance of having randomized weather, but it's just really rare.
Yeah.
I should look into that. I'd be curious to know what the answer is, because it does seem like, I don't know, it seems like only some levels we get, like, rain instead of clear, for example, but, I don't know. That might just be because it doesn't happen a lot on the other levels.
Oh, curse you.
What?
I got hit by a skinny bastard.
A skinny bastard?
Yeah.
Is out killing us all at the moment. Step it up, darling.
You know the skinny chaos dudes.
Oh, like the standard ones?
Yeah, yeah. As opposed to the more muscular ones you see running around a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is bad.
Somebody's by you. We seem to be in teams. Oh, everyone's coming back now. We're starting to group back together.
Yeah, Barden's
Really?
getting bullied by the flamethrower into the corner. He can't really do much.
Oh.
There we go. Jesus Christ. I think there is definitely some kind of system where the less enemies there are, the more damage each individual deals. Because holy shit, one of those skinny chaos guys just hit me for 20 damage.
It's small, filthy, and noisy.
One of the skinny ones? One of the regular little standard ones?
Yeah.
That seems kind of obscene.
Yeah, because I've had Storm Vermin and Chaos Warriors hit me for less damage than that.
Right. Everyone's starting to go back and see what you did back there. Oh, is that a way through?
Yeah.
I guess so, okay. Barden's still back there. Unless he... There he's coming.
I'm confused and fascinated by my big gun.
I guess I would be.
I sense a Glubadier.
This would be a nice map to learn them on, I guess. I'll get around to learning them at some point.
I don't mind trying to look for him.
Difficult to say. Sometimes you can tell, like, oh, this is the kind of area where there'd be a secret. Other times, it's a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, again, I would have assumed, based on the ones you showed me earlier, that they would have been a lot more obvious than that.
Definitely going to depend on the map, because some of them are really just, like, up on this platform that you can go on pretty ordinarily. Other times, it's look through the muck for a fucking key, and then after you find the key, go complete a parkour puzzle.
Right. Which I wouldn't have expected.
Up Stormburn patrol overhead, and they seem to not be noticing us, though.
they're not noticing all this fucking homicide, this massacre that's going on just 10 feet below.
And there, we can just hear them. Blah. Blah.
Oh yeah, I just heard that. Yeah, you're right. Loot die? Where'd that come from?
There's boxes all over this little marketplace area.
I didn't know they ever have a loot dice in them.
There's a very low chance for chests and crates to have loot die in them.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Another one?
Oh, shit. Barton's down.
Buddy, surely you've enough for another dance.
Ah.
Got him.
I was thinking I had a different special, and I just wasted mine. I'll get it back.
Hold a moment, Bardin.
Easy, son. I'm not made of wood.
Okay, we're good. Barton just took a shot at the ones that were the patrol, so we
Oh,
gotta do
no.
it. They're minding their own business, and he just started shooting them.
Okay, thank you, fire grenade.
Yeah, they went down easy enough. That was funny, though. He just turned, saw him, and started firing.
I gave him too much confidence after I healed him.
This place are better at fast.
Thank you.
What happened? What were you thinking?
Krillin gave me a healing drop.
Oh, okay. What is? Can you tell when that's happening? When you see like a little icon on the screen, it's like a little white icon showing like this person is.
Yeah.
It's like it shows their portrait and then a little white arrow with potion. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've had that happen before and I didn't think to thank the person. I didn't quite realize what that was. I thought that was that person telling a bot to pick up the potion.
Nope.
I see. Oh, got a guy. Oh,
Got him.
Got him.
Horde coming in.
Okay, that'll maybe be able to get some kills in.
Yeah, we got a machine gun garden.
Yeah, and then you got your fire, and then we have Brilliant. I'm really kind of ineffective at this map.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Grell Knight's very helpful for monsters and leads.
Yeah, when we get them. I know there's obviously going to be one at the end.
Yeah, there's always guaranteed to be a rat ogre at the end of this map.
Yeah,
Gather your strength.
I'll be able to help there. Although he'll probably just, Barden will throw a bomb or something.
I'm going to bring the flame your
Difficult to
Probably
say. Supposedly, by the way, Master Engineer is considered one of the most annoying teammates to have on the higher difficulties.
Oh yeah, because you said they hit you.
Well, not only because they hit you, but also because he keeps using his Gatling gun to mow down hordes. On the higher difficulties, that's considered very selfish play, because on the higher difficulties, it's important to build up temporary HP off hordes.
Oh, I didn't know. How do you build temporary HP? I never knew how that worked.
It's the first talent in the talent tree, remember?
Definitely felt
I
better.
see your fire.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I selected the first talent for
It's up
anybody.
here.
Well, the temporary
It's
HP
like-
is the white health, remember?
Over here.
Yeah. Is it just that the more you just deal of damage to enemies, the more
It
you
depends
get?
on the talent you take, because one of them is amount of enemies get temporary HP for every stagger you do. One of them get temporary HP based off the enemy, the health of an enemy when you kill them.
Oh, okay.
One of them is get temporary HP based off how many enemies you hit in one
So
swing.
that's my blood.
Okay, so either way, the very first skill, that's you doing stuff, basically fighting, is how you get temporary HP.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the talent you pick, and the weapon you take is going to dictate which one you're going to want.
Okay, yeah. I need to take a closer look at that then, because
Yeah,
again,
'cause
with
it's
my
a big difference. I've seen it happen. I've sometimes taken the wrong talent for the weapon I'm using and just got no temporary health, and other times
yeah,
I've got absurd amounts of temporary health so that I'm practically fucking invincible.
I could definitely see how that would be. It's just been so long since I first chose that before I really knew how any of the game mechanics even worked. So
Yeah, it's an odd one from the... Like, they throw it... It's the first talent because that's such an important one, but at the same time, it's an awkward first talent because it's one you're not going to fully understand for a while.
Can't get close.
Yeah.
I think this Outcast Engineer might be a little bit too focused on his minigun and not playing defensively.
Yeah, I was surprised that he went down. I don't usually see the dwarf go down. The
I
dwarf,
sense
the
a
dwarf, the
gunner
people who play the
waiting in
dwarf.
ambush.
Yeah, 3 out of his classes generally don't take too many hits because either they're just not there to get hit, or they're too tanky, in the case of the Ironbreaker, or the Slayer, who's throwing out as much as he gives, so he just builds up absurd temporary health.
I'd rather some no
Yeah,
but
I saw that
different
there.
Yeah. I guess you
right,
go ahead and pick it up. You go ahead and pick it up.
You're a tough dwarf. I'll give you that.
There we go. Brilliant keeps healing people.
Over here.
I saw.
come on.
She's pretty good. She's been
The
pling
rats
correctly.
strut as if they're
Yeah.
a part of this world.
I mean, there's been a couple times she ran ahead a little bit, but she'll take notice then come back.
Yeah.
They are
Kind of like that Kruber we had in the Chaos Waste one day. He was
Yeah.
running ahead, but then once he'd get a room or two ahead, he'd look back and go, "Oh shit," and he'd just stand still and wait for the rest of us to catch up.
Yeah, that's I like that. you know, I know that you said it's not necessarily your experience, but yeah, I've in many of my custom matches, still the majority, though the majority is slimming a little bit. They will just straight up just run ahead, like just as far as they can get. They just want to rush through the level. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
That sure wasn't.
See, probably some health up here. They usually give out health. Oh, really? No, not here. Okay.
You gotta grab it already.
Potion of strength. I'll take that and all. Usually they have enough health for everyone. So.
Kill the hurt
Oh.
She doesn't have a health kit and she hasn't healed, so there weren't any health packs.
Unusual. Here's some art.
Oh, art.
You want to cook out
Oh, the dwarf's running on ahead by himself.
Kill them all, darling.
That's a whole lot of shit going on up here.
Yeah. Body parts flying around.
Yeah, body parts. I need to just kind of rush ahead of the fray here to be able to get any kills. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but...
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, build up overheat, but it occurs to me that this is kind of a selfish way to do things as well, because I mean, it's fine on veteran, because who gives a fuck, but on the higher difficulties, I can't play like this, because I'd be just playing, like I said, with a minigun dwarf, where I'd be denying everybody else their temporary health.
I have no problem with moving up to champion, but I am concerned about that, excuse me, about the, hiccups, the friendly fire.
Yeah, I think it may be worth a shot just to try it for one map on a simple one that we know pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I'll wait until these guys leave, and then the next time we play one, we can try that.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah, I knew I was operating on Magic Pixel for forever. I wanted to save my healing drop for when I get downed. Dwarf, you're gonna, if you keep getting hit while you're trying to pick me up, then you're probably gonna have to clear yourself around. There you go. So, yeah, they both got sucked up by a tornado, and the tornado's just sitting on me.
Yeah, I almost was able to get away.
If we were playing versus mode, I would say, oh, what a great play from the Blightstormer player. But, like, no, that's just an AI. My God, putting the Blightstorm directly on a downed player. This could win them the game.
I mean, that would be a very sneaky thing to do.
Okay. Did Barton explode?
He threw a bomb. I don't know how he got downed.
Yeah, Barton, Outcast Engineer doesn't take damage from his own bombs. He doesn't deal friendly fire or self-damage with bombs.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I don't know what
That's part of the gimmick of the career.
Yeah, I'm guessing that because he was surrounded when he went down, or because he threw his bomb when he went down, that says to me that he was probably just surrounded and I guess didn't have enough energy left to fight it off.
Yeah, it seems like that. You always hear, that's always apparently a negative stereotype about Outcast Engineers. They only understand how to use their minigun and they kind of forget to use the other weapons, but it seems like he's having a real problem with that.
Finally got to use my special. Oh boy, well, he went down with no effort.
Yep, I downed a strength potion and I just started throwing burning heads, and turns out turns out your ult does absurd amounts of damage when you drink a strength potion, so that's important knowledge for the future.
Did your game pause, or freeze, or whatever?
It does sometimes, but would you come down the ledge, please? You're the only one up there.
I would, if not for the fact that your character's standing there running in place.
Oh, well, no, that's just a bug, because you're connected to us just fine.
Okay, yeah, I was hanging back because your character's up there, even still now. I don't see you anywhere except upstairs running in place.
Yeah, there's a desync there, because I'm running down here with you guys, no problem.
Weird. Okay, yeah, now you're there. You're moving. You're showing no animation, but your character's moving around, like you're floating back and forth.
Yeah, it must be that my internet's pooping up a little bit. Okay, I'm definitely lagging out a little bit because I'm not doing any damage, but nonetheless, I'm with you in spirit.
Yeah, as long as I see you with us, that's...
Oh, I think I'm...
You're...
Okay, I think I'm getting fine because I just killed 2 storm vermin.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as you're actually with the party, then it's fine, but earlier you were...
I think Carillion was confused, too, because she was looking back and shouting, "Come here!" at nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I think she was actually yelling that to me, because I was up there trying to figure out what you were doing. Hard to say.
Well, that Chaos Warrior fucking disappeared. We didn't even acknowledge him. We treated him like a regular fucking horde enemy, and he went down like a horde enemy. I guess we all hit him at once.
Oh, I did my special to him.
Oh, yep, that'll do it,
Yeah.
fucking Grail Knight.
I carved right through him.
Yep, and that holy sword just goes through Chaos Armor like butter.
It's really nice when I can use it.
Yeah. Yeah, that fucking holy sword. I remember when I first played Grail Knight, at first I was like, well, that seems like shit. I can't barely hit anything with it. And then the first time I used it on a Chaos Warrior or a monster, I went, oh, I see.
What? What were you laughing at?
You ran right up to the level exit right before you then dodged to the side. I thought it was funny.
Oh, that. Yeah, I that was actually, yeah, that was, I don't know why I did that, just goofy.
Yeah. Where are the Tomes and Grimoires on that map? Because that's a pretty quick map.
Yeah, you said that there's always 3 and then 2 in
Yep.
every map?
Yep.
Hmm.
Except for Chaos Waste, of course, because the Chaos Waste said you look for coins, but still.
Right.
I remember the first Vermintide, they actually don't let you know that Tomes and Grimoires exist. Like, when you get to the end screen, you don't have that little thing saying, Tomes and Grimoires collected. It's just simply, oh, hey, you beat the level.
So you don't know you're missing anything.
Yeah, so I assume that the first player to have found a Tome or Grimoire went, what the fuck?
The hell? What madness is this?
The actual Zodiac Killer has left the game.
Oh, that sucks. I was liking them. They were more useful than the dwarf, I have to admit.
Yeah, I think a lot of players, when they get to that stage where they've got a lot of chests, though, they tend to leave the game so that they can just punch the gear.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Damn it, I can't... I don't know why. Sometimes there are some weapons that just refuse to drop a 300 strength for you. Like, I cannot for the life of me get a damn knife for Sienna at 300 power.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting every other Sienna weapon. Oh, there we go. Finally, I got one. I invoked
There
it
you
into
go.
the atmosphere, and it became real. Just like they told me on those metaphysical self-help websites.
Yeah, it actually makes sense when you think about it.
It does.
Alright, the dwarf left us as well, so now I have the time to go back and adjust my final talent for Saltspire.
Yeah, let's adjust our bullshit. I'm gonna cut my recording.
Yeah.